Yes. See, this is what the window. Now you could see this is called in the center. This is called UI figure. Here only you can drag all the components and then you can write the code according to your wish. Okay. Now see, I said earlier, even in the earlier for the guide also you could see a window like this, but I asked you where is the code for that. You can look at here in the top side. For this app designer, you can see the view of layout of what you're designing on the center. Immediately next right to that, you can see code view. Yeah, see, this is the code for that. By default, it will generate, you no need to write anything here. And another interesting thing, here you can't erase any lines. You cannot edit these lines. That's in one way it is advantage. When you are writing code and all, sometimes automatically, you know, while you're typing and all, you may delete some data. Later on, you will be confusing where that data to be added up again. So that sort of confusion you will not have. So by default, the code is generated for this. You cannot edit even that. Okay. So this is what your UI figure. And left side, you could see the components. What are all the components existing in the library? And just if you place your mouse cursor over each component, you can see the function of that. So what is initial left side? I am just placing the cursor at axis. So what is the function of axis? Display graphical data visualization. Similarly, for example, next one, push button, or we call it as a button. Execute command when pressed. Execute command when pressed. So similarly, whatever the boxes are available, I mean components are available here, you can just, for example, your lamp, illuminate to indicate status. Okay, so just by placing the cursor over that component, you can come to know the function of that particular component. So that you can see on the left hand side. Okay, right hand side. See, initially once I opened it, you could able to see here app.ui figure. So this we call it as a tag name. This we call it as a tag name. If I'm adding any components over this UI figure, those components and all will get added here. Okay, you will see that what I mean. Okay, and then font size, position, everything can be seen from here. Okay, and this size can be adjusted. If you want to adjust this side, you can adjust this side. Okay, once. And left side corner, you could see the app name. So by default, it is created like app1.mlapp. By default, it will create like that. Later on, we can give the name for that. Okay. And this is position. If you want to adjust the position, you can use that. Okay. So this is what overall view of your app designer. Now, I'm going to start a first basic experiment. If I want to display some text, how I can go about it. So now the components that I required for that, I'm just going to open that now. See here, I'm going to use a component called panel. I'm just dragging and then releasing that. That's it. Okay. So once I drag a component from component library and then here release over the UI figure, you can see another component is added here and the name of that is app.panel. Why especially name here I'm reading out, you'll understand that. App.